London, Theresa May and the Conservative Party are sleepwalking into opposition, a former senior aide to Prime Minister has told Business Insider. Will Tanner, who was deputy head of the policy unit at Number 10 until he resigned in the aftermath of May's failed 2017 general election campaign, said the party had failed to stop young and ethnic minority voters from deserting the party. Tanner, who is now the director of Onward, a new conservative-aligned think tank, said that May had failed to find a new direction for the party and now risked the terrifying prospect of a government led by Labour leader Jeremy Corbyn. The energizing zeal of pre-2010 policy, or that of the first months under Theresa May, is not there anymore, and we're sleepwalking towards opposition. The prospect of a hard left government is terrifying. It would be a tragic end to what could still be a reforming government. He added, after 8 or 9 months out of politics I was depressed by the lack of zeal and energy. Centre-right thinkers had run out of steam. The Conservatives have failed to win over BAME voters Ruth Davidson, Will Tanner and Margot James. Onward. Tanner also bemoaned the party's failure to win over ethnic minority voters, with the party overseeing a 6% swing to Labour in the general election. With BAME voters also turning out in greater numbers, some analysts believe it cost the Conservatives even more than previously, with The Telegraph reporting it could be the reason May failed to secure a majority. Tanner labeled the 2017 slide back painful, saying that the party needed to do much more to demonstrate that the Conservative Party gets it and is on their side. He said that while a greater representation of ethnic minority politicians in the party would be welcome, it was more important to recover efforts begun under former Prime Minister David Cameron to convince BAME voters on policy. It doesn't matter where you're from, you can still have the relationship with those communities. Cameron did it well as PM, and May did it too as Home Secretary with Afro-Caribbean communities over stop and search and mental health, he said. Attempts to win over millennials have been patronizing. Will Tanner, director of Onward. Tanner also spoke out about the patronizing attempts to win over younger voters by senior Conservative politicians. There are a lot of assumptions about millennials being individualistic. I don't believe that to be true, and not true in aggregate either, he said. Non-political millennials value community and the NHS, not necessarily in favor of lower taxes, but are aspirational and enterprising. It's patronizing and ill-thought-through to generalize. Onward are set to launch a major polling and focus group research project looking at the policy preferences of young people. The research is set to include how young people perceive political parties and how they can be attracted to center-right ideas. Tanner said that he wants to challenge the widely held assumptions and identify the reasons they don't vote Conservative, and what attracts those that do to the center-right.